Willem Briscoe. You know I love you, right? Briscoe. You know what? The headlines read this morning. Milwaukee marchers told to be battle ready.
Yeah,
you know why? This in the aftermath of the Occupy Oakland, in which one of Wisconsin's Iraq veteran, Scott Olson, was critically injured. As you all know, Olson was shot in the head with clay bullets fired by the police department. Well, we have a message of our own. We in Wisconsin are not only battle tested, we are battle tested. We're not only battle with, we have been waged in battle against the governor that waged war not only on the middle class, but on all working families. Now, this does not start in New York. Wisconsin is the birthplace of this great movement. Wisconsin is ground zero when it comes to defending our constitutional right, to defend our livelihood, our liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. At this moment, we are not happy. Like Willem Briscoe said the other day, we are mad as hell. We are living the aftermath of destructive politics that has brought unemployment at an all-time high, especially in the communities of color. Our communities have been hit very hard with no end in sight. We are going to be marching over to the site of A.O. Smith Tower Automotive, which once was the sign of prosperity, now serves as the symbol of Milwaukee's downturn. This building was once a cornerstone of this community, employing union workers with livable wages that took care of their loved ones. We must hold these politicians and their greedy corporations accountable for this.
Recall Walker!
Recall Walker, that's right. I tell you what, the Latino and immigrant communities stand in solidarity here with our brothers and sisters by occupying Milwaukee, Madison, New York, Los Angeles, Wall Street. We are sending a message of solidarity across the land, holding hands, hearts, and voices together in one struggle. Our struggle, the people's struggle against tyranny and corporate greed. Our collective voices will be heard very loudly and clear. And our message will not be distorted. We are mad as hell, and we are here to take our communities and our country back into our hands. Holding people and fighting solidarity. At this moment, I want to introduce one of our very own. We all know her, Jennifer Epps Addison.
This is what democracy looks like! Tell me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Tell me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Tell me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Tell me what democracy looks like! This is what democracy looks like! Damn right it is what democracy looks like! That's right! My name is Jennifer Epps Addison, and I'm an organizer with Citizen Action, and I've been thinking all week about what I was going to come up here and say. This is really personal to me. And I think the first thing that I want to say welcome. I want to say welcome to the folks who are not from this neighborhood and not from this community, who didn't grow up here. And I want to say thank you. And I particularly want to say thank you to my community, to my neighborhood, to my hood, to the folks who grew up here, who have lived here their whole lives, and who know what they're fighting for. Can I get a hand for who's here? Who grew up here? This is personal to me. It's not a job. About 10 years ago, I decided that what I wanted to do for a living is I wanted to be a community organizer. And I decided that because I had heard a statistic that 50% of the black men in my neighborhood, men like my dad, were unemployed. 50%! That was 10 years ago. It hasn't gotten better. It's only gotten worse. Now, that little pocket in our community with those unemployed men has grown and spread. throughout the entire city.
Wow.
We have generations of African Americans who have not been able to secure work, not because they're not trying, not because they're not applying, but because of systematic discrimination, like SB 207. That's what's going on in our neighborhood.
Oh my God.
My first job was as a county lifeguard here at this park. It's the first job I had when I graduated from high school. Paid me $10 an hour. Back then it was hazard pay because this was a dangerous neighborhood.
Whatever.
Whatever. That was a good paying job, and I was proud to be a county worker. I was proud to have that opportunity. I grew up in the A.L. Smith Tower neighborhood. My grandmother was a factory worker, and we used to have a joke that you couldn't throw a penny anywhere in the city and not hit an A.L. Smith family. Am I right? How many people had A.L. Smith members in their family? Now comes the news that A.L. Smith is making record profits again, but where is the investment in our community? We invested our lives in our neighborhoods and our workers in their company, and they moved and they left us with an empty, blighted factory. They didn't clean it up, they didn't leave it ready for someone else, and they didn't help the workers find new jobs. And that is unacceptable.
Yes, indeed.
It's criminal. What I want to leave with folks today is that these are specific policy choices. None of what's going on in our neighborhoods happened on accident. It wasn't a mistake. It was a policy choice to move all of the jobs out to Waukesha and for Scott Walker to cut off the bus system so we couldn't get out there for work. That was a choice. It was a choice to move the corporations out of our neighborhoods and bust our unions. That was a choice. It's a choice to continuously cut Milwaukee public schools to the point where there are 30 and 40 kids in a classroom and our students can't learn. That is a choice. It's a design. But we have a choice too. We've made our choice and we're saying no more. We will not stand, no more. We will not stand anymore for cuts in our lives, for any more attacks on the working class and the poor in our community.
Enough is
We
enough.
won't stand for it. Enough is enough.
That's right.
So I want everybody to do something for me. I want you to take out your cell phones. I want everybody to take out their cell phones. I want you to put this number into your phone. 286-2221. Again, 286-2221. That's the number to City Hall, to the Common Council. Now you heard everybody say thank you to Alderman Ashanti Hamilton. He's standing right here. Alderman Hamilton is going to be working with the community and is working with the community to introduce a Milwaukee Jobs Act. If we can't get it done at the federal level because the Republicans are blocking it, and if we can't get it done at the state because Scott Walker thinks disenfranchising felons is job creation, then goddamn it, we're going to do a Milwaukee Jobs Act at the city level, and we will put our community back to work. A Milwaukee Jobs Act can mean thousands of jobs, retrofitting city buildings for laborers and for electricians and for plumbers and for engineers. It can mean 2,000 youth employment jobs year-round here in the city for our young people in high school to get real work experience. It means a living wage and paid sick days for the people in this community who deserve it. That's what a Milwaukee Jobs Act can mean. So on Monday morning, you take out your phone, you dial that number I gave you, 286-2221, and you tell your alderman, we want a Milwaukee Jobs Act, and we want it now! What do we want? Jobs! When do we want them? Now! What do we want? Jobs! When do we want them? Now! What do we want? Jobs! When do we want them? Now! All right, now we saved the best for last, because you know nobody can go after a minister. It just doesn't work. So, I want to introduce someone who's representing one of the most amazing faith-based organizations we have the pleasure of working with in our community, Milwaukee Inner City Congregations Allied for Hope, MICA. These are the folks who are on the ground floor, making sure that our churches do what they were designed to do, which is to advocate and work for the poor and the working class in our communities. This is Minister Lewis. He's the minister at St. Gabriel's Church of God in Christ on 37th and Custer. Minister Lewis?
We love you.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. They said I was supposed to come out here and fire everybody up. But if you're not fired up right now, you better check your pulse, because you might be dead. If you're not upset right now about what's going on in this country, you better check your pulse, because you might be dead. You made all the sacrifices. You're the ones that have carried the burden on your back. Nobody else is asked to do anything more than you have been asked to do. If you're not mad right now, you better check your pulse. Check your pulse right now. You better get ready, because it's going to get worse. It's going to get worse. And what we have to avoid is this. We have to avoid being willing to sacrifice so our brothers and sisters sacrifice even more. Just because we have something and we want to give a little bit back, you better be careful that you don't have your brothers and sisters sacrificing too much. Don't be so big that you take a little sacrifice so your brothers and sisters, they sacrifice more. We have to stop letting these people pit us against one another, making us hate one another. You better be careful. Check your pulse. If you're not fired up right now, you might be dead. Check your pulse right now. Check your pulse. If you think you can stand in your house and lock your door and close your windows, and you think that this thing won't be at your front door one day, check your pulse. You might be dead. Check your pulse right now, because you might be dead. We all need jobs. We all need education. We all need health care. We all need child care. We all need old care. We all need it. And if you don't know that now, check your pulse. You might be dead. We share the same opponent. The rich. They get bonuses. And we get cuts.
That's right.
I don't know about you, but I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I don't know about you, but I'm sick of it. And if you are fired up right now, check your pulse, because you might be dead. We all need to stand up. Stop being afraid.
That's right.
Stop being careful.
That's right.
Don't worry about what's popular.
That's right.
Follow your conscience. And do what's right. Do what's right. Do what's right. Do what's right. Do what's right.